Hey, Slater Crusaders, there's a big abortion case that is going to be announced in the Supreme Court coming up in just a couple months here, I believe. It's Dobbs v. Women's Jackson Health. It's the biggest Roe v. Wade abortion-related case in a long time here. So very predictably, the left has come out to attack Brett Kavanaugh, who could potentially be a deciding vote. This has to deal with abortion in Mississippi, which bans it after 15 weeks. We'll talk more greater detail as we get closer. But let's talk about their attack on Brett Kavanaugh. Mike Davis is here from the Article 3 Project, used to work for Supreme Court Justice Kavanaugh. Mr. Davis, how are you, sir?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
Good to talk to you again. What are they doing? How are they attacking him?
Well, it's what the left does. They try to cow these justices when they're getting ready to decide big important cases like this Mississippi abortion case, and they're trying to intimidate justices. And I think the justices shouldn't go along with this. This is insane. You had Senator Sheldon Whitehouse, who is recycling garbage, smears and lies from 3 years ago during the confirmation hearing. This time he's saying that the FBI tip line was not thoroughly investigated. And my response is, as one of the staff leads on the Senate Judiciary Committee for the Kavanaugh confirmation, was the FBI turned over all 4,500 tips to the United States Senate, and all 100 senators had full access to these tips, along with 6 staffers on then Chairman Chuck Grassley's staff and 4 staffers on then Ranking Member Dianne Feinstein's staff. The staff read every single one of these 4,500 tips, and it was just nonsense. It was just every whack job in the world writing into the FBI.
Wow. So now they're saying that we didn't, really what they're saying is we didn't do a good enough job investigating these tips. So let's unearth all of them all over again to smear him another time. Is that the deal?
Well, no, actually, Sheldon Whitehouse is saying that the FBI didn't do a good enough job.
Sure. They
didn't investigate all 4,500 of these tips, like the aliens crashing into my house and told me about Brett Kavanaugh. Of course, the FBI investigate those. But I would say to Senator Whitehouse, Sheldon Whitehouse, if he can take a moment from his all-white beach club to get the facts, he had the opportunity to flag any of these tips. If any of these tips caught his attention, or if any of these tips caught any of the other 99 senators' attention, or if any of these tips caught 10 of the staff members, 6 Republican, 4 Democrat staff members' attention, they could have flagged any of those tips for follow-up by the FBI.
Amazing. And they'll get away with this trick because the media, of course, will fall for it completely. The question is, will Brett Kavanaugh fall for it? Do you think Brett Kavanaugh, and maybe even if this doesn't get him, will he, will he be the guy who's like, the left, these feminists, they think I hate women. This is my chance to prove that I don't. So I'm going to rule, right, essentially in favor of Roe v. Wade, in favor of abortion rights, because just to prove that I'm not really a woman hater. Is he that kind of guy?
No, I don't think I don't think any Supreme Court justice is that shallow and stupid. So no. If you look at this case, they don't even have to decide. I know Mississippi's saying that the court should overturn Roe versus Wade. The court doesn't even need to overturn Roe versus Wade. The court just needs to look at Casey and determine whether this is whether a 15-week abortion ban is an undue burden on abortion. And you have to think about the difference between when Casey was decided decades ago versus now. At 15 weeks, most women have access to the morning after pill, right? They can take care of their abortion before 15 weeks. It's no longer an undue burden for the vast majority of women in this country to get an abortion by 15 weeks.
Will the court, do you think, take that narrow, right? Just rule on this one thing, or are they going to take a bigger jab at Roe v. Wade?
I would be very surprised if the court overturns Roe versus Wade, and it's just because of the makeup of the court. You have 3 justices, Justice Thomas, Justice Alito, and Justice Gorsuch, my former boss, who take more of a categorical approach to the law. You have the justices like Chief Justice Roberts, Justice Kavanaugh, and to be determined, but maybe Justice Amy Coney Barrett, who take more of an incremental approach to the law. So we'll see. I would be surprised if the court overturns Roe versus Wade. But I do think the court will uphold this 15-week abortion ban under Casey.
Well, at the very least, let's hope Kavanaugh and the others aren't intimidated by these pathetic attempts to intimidate. Mike Davis from the Article 3 Project. Mike, thanks for letting us know what the truth is with this so that we're not fooled.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Mike Davis, Article 3 Project.